Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you've been anywhere on the internet lately, you've probably been absolutely bombarded with noise about making money with artificial intelligence. I mean, the hype is literally deafening. And let's be honest, a lot of it is just smoke and mirrors. But today, we are cutting right through all that noise. We're going to look at the verified, actual ways people are leveraging AI to generate substantial income in 2026. This is a structured look at the reality of the AI economy, so let's get right into it. Everyone teaching you how to make money with AI in 2026 is lying to you. Yep, it's a bold, punchy statement, isn't it? And it probably validates that exact skepticism you've been feeling right out of the gate. Because, most of the people pushing these supposed AI side hustles are really just trying to sell you their own overpriced courses or some useless prompt engineering ebook. They promise you the moon and then deliver absolutely nothing. But if we look beyond the scammers, there is a very real, highly lucrative segment of the market where genuine value is actually being delivered. Okay, let's dive into this. There is a critical difference we need to talk about here between the fake guru promise, where they claim absolutely no skills are required for effortless passive income on day one, and real AI value. The reality? It requires genuine effort, deep research, and actually learning the craft. This is not some overnight get-rich-quick scheme. It's about putting in the work to build a foundation that will actually help you break that 10,000 to 1 lakh rupees monthly barrier, scaling up to thousands of dollars, after about 6 months of consistent effort. We're talking about building a sustainable income here. So, here is exactly how we're going to navigate this value matrix today. We'll start with the real AI economy, then move into freelance content and ads, scalable creator income models, B2B automation and agents, high-ticket enterprise consulting, and finally, building custom AI apps. All right, Section 1, the real AI economy, moving beyond the hype.
Let's jump into Section 2, freelance content and ads. These are your done-for-you services.
So how does this actually work? Well, the execution is remarkably straightforward. First, you set up a brief 30-minute weekly call with a business founder to extract their personal insights and core business stories. Second, you feed those specific insights into an AI model, like Claude. And third, you output a consistent MD or Markdown file to generate highly targeted, perfectly on-brand LinkedIn posts at scale. See, founders totally know that personal branding drives sales, but they simply do not have the time to sit down and write. By doing this, you literally become the engine powering their brand. $500 to $800. That's exactly what founders are more than happy to pay you every single month for this kind of ghostwriting service. It's an absolutely excellent, straightforward way to start generating cash flow right from month one. All you really have to do is prove your value. Maybe even offer to do it for free for a couple of weeks to show them a massive spike in their engagement, and boom, then you lock them into a monthly retainer. And it doesn't stop at writing. AI is also entirely disrupting the advertising industry. Think about it. Traditional user-generated content ads usually cost a minimum of $200 to $500. They require shipping physical products, manual shoots, and tedious editing. But with AI video generators, you can create raw, highly authentic product ads for just $30 to $80. No cameras needed, no expensive setups, and it is infinitely scalable. You could literally generate 100 variations for a brand over a single weekend. Okay, moving on to Section 3, scalable creator income models. It's time to build some digital assets. Now, the modern AI creator playbook is actually highly specific. First things first, you gotta pick a niche. Maybe it's coding interview prep, or hey, maybe it's growing bonsai trees, whatever works. Next, generate simple B-roll videos with text overlays, and make sure you're posting 3 to 4 times a day. Once you've built up an audience, you monetize that attention with low-cost digital products, like a 200 to 500 rupee PDF checklist right there in your bio. You can even passively rent your own voice out on platforms like 11 Labs, just like creator Priyam Raj does, where he earns royalties every single time someone uses his custom voice profile. Pretty amazing, right? And this brilliantly illustrates the exact 2026 tool stack you're going to need to power all of this. For video generation, you're looking at Kling, V3, and Google Flow Studio. For voice, 11 Labs is the standard. For building apps, Replit and Lovable are fantastic. But I really want you to pay special attention to Miro, specifically their new Flows feature. It lets you just drop a rough idea into a workspace and instantly generate connected video titles, thumbnails, and posts all in one visual interactive prototype. It brings all your AI ideation into one incredibly fast, seamless workflow. Next up, Section 4, B2B automation and agents. Let's talk about automating operations. So what exactly are voice agents? Well, they're basically AI-powered communication systems that can handle customer queries, outbound sales, and lead verification simultaneously at scale, completely without human limits. Just imagine for a second replacing an expensive, slow, 30-person manual customer support center with an API-based AI agent that can field 100 calls at the exact same time without ever putting a single customer on hold. The return on investment for a business here is instant and it is massive. So, how do you turn this into a real business? Well, you start by identifying huge operational bottlenecks, things like sales follow-ups, hiring pipelines, or GST reconciliation. Then, using developer frameworks like LangChain, which is awesome because it allows you to link powerful language models to outside data sources, you actually build those agents. Finally, you connect them directly into the ecosystems the company is already using, like HubSpot, Slack, Notion, or Zoho. You see, you aren't just selling AI here. You are selling a sustainable, automated workflow that saves these companies immense amounts of time and money.
All right, climbing higher up the ladder, we reach section 5, high-ticket enterprise consulting. This is enterprise coaching. $25,000. Just let that number sink in for a second. That staggering amount is what top experts are currently charging for a single day of corporate AI coaching. One day.
We're talking about walking into massive finance firms like JP Morgan or tech giants like Coca-Cola, HP, Lenovo, and Intel, sitting down with their employees and training them on how to integrate AI directly into their workflows. Now, let's be real. You don't get to charge $25,000 a day just by knowing how to use ChatGPT. Earning this kind of money requires building immense trust and having a massive personal brand. You have to be seen as the undeniable authority in your space to get invited into these elite corporate boardrooms.
And finally, we hit section 6, building custom AI ads. This is where you actually own the software.
Now, there's a massive opportunity hiding right there in the data. Did you know a full 30% of all current AI usage on platforms like ChatGPT and Claude consists of people simply asking for advice? How to lose weight, how to learn tennis, how to fix a relationship. This shows us that a huge chunk of the market actually wants AI to act as a specialized consultant. And that, my friends, presents a massive gap in the market for specialized, dedicated apps.
So instead of forcing people to type out long, complicated prompts into a general chatbot, you can build niche apps using tools like Replit or Lovable. Take an AI health app, for example. You just wrap the AI into a beautiful, user-friendly interface that's specifically designed for fitness. The user simply enters their data, and the app seamlessly logs their calories, plans their bulking sessions, and generates completely custom diet charts. You are taking the raw power of AI and packaging it perfectly for a very specific consumer. This is an absolute prime target for 2026.
So here is the real question to leave you with today. Instead of just being a consumer, instead of just asking AI for advice, what AI app will you build next? Because whether it's ghostwriting for founders, deploying complex voice agents, or coding the next big niche application, the true value of AI in 2026 lies entirely with those who build and execute. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this gives you the clarity you need to start climbing that AI value matrix.